Good everyone, my name is Andrew from Visions TV Online, and we are excited to have a special guest with us this evening. And like a Nigerian artist, she's made like a lot of attraction with her music. She's gained a lot of following and ministering the gospel to people from different generations and impacting lives as she spreads the gospel with her message. She's done poetry. She's done many things throughout her career. And we just wanted to honor her and give a warm welcome to Onos on Visions TV Online. Welcome and welcome and welcome. And we are pleased and privileged to have you. How are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm super excited. It's my first time here, and I want to say thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited. And yes, it's great to be here today.
Awesome. So tell us, who is Onos and what do you represent?
Okay. Onos Ariyo. So Onos is my name. Ariyo is my surname. That's my husband's name. Onos Ariyo. I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria. She's a singer, songwriter. She's a wife. She's a mom. She's an entrepreneur. I do gospel music. I'm super excited to always share the love of Christ, the gospel through the songs that God has laid in my heart. And music for me started way back in whilst I was a little girl. But professionally, I started recording in 2009. That's when I started recording professionally. 2010, I put out my very first body of work. Um, I have six beautiful projects out there, and it's been an interesting journey. The song that most of the in fact the main song that people know me for is Alagbara, and that song was released in 2012 when I just had my daughter. So it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, a decade plus, and God has been faithful. It's been from glory to glory to glory. I look back and what I can say that it's been the hand of God over my life and over my ministry. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. And I could tell that it's been a journey because like in 2010, you released the album called Keep Moving. And from now to, are you still there?
Yes, you got that right.
Yes,
I said you
keep
got
moving.
that right. Keep moving. I was like, oh wow.
Oh yeah. So from then to now, what is that journey been like for you to like still being ministering the gospel and still impacting lives?
Firstly, a lot has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Music has evolved.
Amen. Yeah.
Marketing of music has evolved. When I started 2010, we didn't have this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have there was Facebook, there was no Instagram, there was no TikTok, you know. Um, I remember when I put out my very first single, put it out for free download. That's why when I use the word, it has been an interesting journey. It has, been an interesting journey. And I think one of the key things I want to say concerning the journey is in life to someone who is listening to this in life is whatever you do, whatever career that you are that you are in, whatever that thing that God has put in your hand, that thing He has given, that gift He has given to you. It could be in fashion, it could be in music, it could be whatever it is. One thing that is key is ensure that you always add value to yourself and you constantly evolve with the time because what was applicable in 2010 then when I put out my very first EP and now 2000 and 2024, a lot has changed. You can no longer promote your music the way it used to be done. Even 3 years ago, a lot has changed. One thing I've learned in my journey, work with God and also making music, is constantly trusting God and constantly going back to the source, to where you initially got the inspiration. Because by the time when you lose touch with the source, where the inspiration is coming from, then you've lost it all. And that is one major thing that has kept me in this journey. And that's one major reason why I am still here doing what I'm doing. Because constantly, year in, year out, before I put out any body of work, I go to God for direction, I go to God for instruction. Last year, when and also when I get the instruction, I try to get good counsel. That's the word. Good counsel. And I try to ask the right questions, make sure that I am actually looking out there, see how things actually work now. Because what you don't want to be doing, still doing things the way things had been done 2 years ago, it's no longer applicable. For example, I'm just gonna protest one point. 2 years ago, right? What did I put out last 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I put out, it's up to 2 years, New Dimension, 2 year or a year ago. New Dimension, that was my fifth body of work.
Yeah.
When I put out New Dimension, right?
Yeah.
That's my fifth body of work. When I put out that project, there's some things I'm doing now, right? In promoting my new EP that I didn't do then. Right. So, yes, there's some things I'm doing I didn't do then, because my team members to reach out to me like, hey, see, you can't do this one. No, that is 2 years ago. It's different. Now there's TikTok. I remember it took me a while to get into TikTok because I couldn't understand it. I'm like, what is going on here? Where, like, oh my goodness. Like, the guys who even promote my song, they're like, Onos, you need to get on TikTok. I struggled for a while. At times I would just go on there. I'm like, what are they doing? What? Like, I didn't, like, I would just post, you know what? I'll just like post my video and I'm out of there. Then they go back, they check, they're like, oh no, you can't just post this kind of video. Be more creative. And I'm like, before you just put your song, people listen to it, they're blessed, voila, everybody's happy. You have to do all of that.
It's like you have to go over and above on TikTok, right?
Yeah. You know, so, but they had to make me understand that this is a different generation. The people on TikTok, you cannot lose them. They have to be part of the people that that are consuming your content. Back in the day, when you put out XYZ, yeah, it was different people. Right now, you have to ensure that you're catering for these ones as well, and I had to find a way around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're doing so well at it. You're doing really well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you're pushing through with the gospel and involving with the generations. And it's definitely the sign that you are actually listening to what God is saying to you and how to adapt to what the generations of today and how to minister to the people of today. Now, what has been the challenges that you have found by ministering to the different generations lately?
The major thing is, I won't say it's challenging. I'll just say you have to ensure that you're speaking their language. And I think one thing that has helped me is because I listen and I think for every year, I always have, because I do a lot of mentorship, so I always have them from different generations around me. Yeah, so I listen to them. I talk a lot with them. I chat a lot with them. So I try to know how they consume stuff. And also I listen to my children too. I have a 10-year-old and I have an 8-year-old. I'm in the car and I and I see what they want to listen to. I
Yeah.
see they always want, when I'm in the car, when they are done playing my song, they politely ask me, Mommy, we want to listen to something Afro gospel. Right. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. So, and that also informed me in a way, because even when I was doing, when I did my concert last year, my daughter said to me, Mommy, oh, okay, this person will sing like this person, but can you put someone on the bill who, when the person comes up, me too, I'll be dancing now in the hall. I'll be dancing, you know. So I, when I'm trying to pick do my concerts, I think of, okay, let me have one person who does Afro gospel on my bill, because I'm thinking of my kids and other
Yeah.
kids too. So they help me think, right? They help me, you know, because I'm open to listen to them. Same thing, you know, when I was also trying to pick an artist lineup for London as well. I was like, okay, I need different sounds to appeal to different generation, different people, and different style. Because when I hear my kids talk, I hear them, I hear what they say. So I have to know that I'm not just only catering for people like me, I'm catering for other people, the ability to meet them there. It was almost something like that I did with my EP. So I remember when I wanted to, not necessarily with the music, but with the general package, you know. So my team members said, "Oh, okay, this EP you can't wear like a dress. You know, you've always done all the." They said to my guys, so they said you've done all that. We need something different that can appeal to the Gen Zs, that they see it and they want to listen, even if it's not Apple gospel, that is the music, but it pulls them in. And I had to go do a tour, go meet a stylist. I explained to her what I wanted, and they were like, oh, "Okay, let's work with your looks. Let's give it a little. Let's do something that the Gen Zs would love. You know, that they're like, oh, okay, love this. I love her jacket. Oh, I want to listen to this." So we use that, you know. Uh, so I'm someone who listens. That has also helped me. I'm someone who listens, and I have a great team. You know, I
Yeah.
have a great team who who regularly ensure that what I do is evolving with the
Yeah.
time. You know.
So you're a mother. So as I'm
Yes.
gathering from this conversation that you're very in tune with your children. So
Yes.
my question would be to you is that what is the funniest moment that you can actually share with us today that makes you laugh about your children?
Hmm. That's a tough one because I've had different moments. Oh my God, funniest, 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 funniest. Ah, I'm trying to think of the one. Like the one I talked about, you know, concerning the song is another one because we laughed about it in the car, but I think he taught me something there.
Yeah.
I've had different moments. I'm just trying to think, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to think of the one. Okay, okay. I think one of the funniest moments is every time um when they ask me how I met their dad. And
Ah,
I'm trying, yes. Every time when they ask me how I met my dad, I think with each year as they get older, they ask different questions.
yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. As they get older, they ask different questions. So my daughter, um, she's saying things like, um, was he the one? Um, are you sure he was the one that asked you at first? How was it? And I'm like, I've responded to this like several times, my darling. Why do you always want to put me on the spot to know what I said, how I behaved, what I did? Mom, did you do that? And each time, let's say they're in a public and they're in the public space and they're seeing something that looks like, oh, this person proposed to this person. They're asking me, Mommy, was that how you behave? Daddy, did you go on your knees? You know, sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, these children, they don't just even just allow you breathe. You know, I think that's for me, every time they ask me, because every year they're a lot older and they ask different questions. My son will ask, No, and I'm wondering, each time he asks some question, I'm wondering, why is he asking that? What's going on in his head? I'm trying to figure out what's going on in your head, young man. Why are you asking that? They're like, yeah, and he's telling me, I want to know. I want to know how you behaved, how you reacted, what you said. And I'm like, hey, look at that. My reaction is always like, See this boy that I gave birth to some when you're not already asking. I'm a typical African mother.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my
Awesome.
God.
So you have your new EP out. So now,
Yeah.
and it's not too long ago, about 5 days ago that you released your
Yes,
EP. So
yes,
tell us
yes.
about your EP, your new EP, 7-track EP. Tell us what to expect and why people should be going to download you and stream your music right now.
Because the songs are spiritual.
Amen.
The songs are prophetic. Just like the title of the EP, Forever It Is Done, it's saying to someone under the sound of my voice as we're speaking, every promise, because that was what the Holy Spirit said to me, every promise that I've given to you, every word that I've spoken over your life, it is already done. You may not be seeing the manifestations at the moment, but just believe it in your heart that it is already done. It's in your believing that you begin to see the manifestation. Now I'm preaching. Now, where's the offering basket? Yeah, the songs are. So I did one of the songs. I did a remix of Alagbara, and I featured a poet, someone who does, I would say, spoken word, right? And the video of that song already has over 1 million streams on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. I remember it was one of the highlights when I recorded that song, my concert last year. It was one of the highlights of the night, you know. And one thing I bless God for. I remember when I was speaking to Lyrical High, that's his name, when we're speaking and trying to create. In fact, he gave me the idea. We were done ministering at an event, and he said to me, he said, "Ma," he said, "I believe that there's something we can do in Alagbara." I was like, really? So every time I met him at an event and he mentioned it to me, I kept thinking about it. I kept thinking about it. So whilst I was getting ready for my concert, I said to him, "I should come to Lagos. Let's try and work something in the studio." So he came to the studio and we tried to create it. So while we were just rehearsing, there was such a mighty move of the Spirit in the studio that day. So I knew it. I just knew that there was just something different about it. So we recorded it, and in fact, you need to, guys, you need to go and listen to it. It's like, you know how you're trying to remake an already big sound. You have to get it right. If not, the reaction from the people will be, you shouldn't have just touched the song. You get what I mean? So every time I thought about doing something new with a song, I've always wanted to do it really, really well. So I'm grateful to God I featured someone on that song to do spoken word and not just a singer. Yeah. So it was divinely, when I say divinely, God instructed me and I followed the leading. And that's why I started initially by saying, I've just been following the heart of the Father over the years, what God wants me to do at every point in time. So Alagbara featuring Lyrical High is on the EP. My goodness. Forever It Is Done, the title track for the album. You do not want to miss that one. It's the first one that ushers, it takes you in. I receive your light. It's such a powerful song of declaration that says, you are the light of the world. Allow the light in you shine. You become everything that God has got. Should I go on and on? The songs are word-based, spirit-based. As you sing them, the minister. I also Pastor Petrock is one of my pastor friends on the song "I Rely on You." It's fast becoming my favorite on the album, on the EP. So when you listen to "I Rely on You," be praised, Miri Jire in my local dialect, yeah, you will be transformed. Make sure you go stream, on Spotify, iTunes, AudioMark, Boomplay, where YouTube Music. Go and stream away.
Man, and I know that is a powerful EP, and definitely people, you need to go check it out. It's definitely a must listen to. Now, because you've got the EP, it just makes sense that you have a big event. And what a place to actually kickstart this event at the O2 Academy, Islington. So tell me, like, are you excited about it?
I'm super excited. Like, I cannot wait. I'm super, super, super excited. It's my very first concert in London. Guys, it's my first. So you have to come out for me. You have to come out for me. You have to come out for your girl. You know, it's my very first concert in London. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. I know God is set to do something unique on that night. I have great men and women of God in songs in the word coming that day. Emmanuel Smith will be ministering. Arita Anderson will be ministering. I have Katie DeMar coming from Canada. I have Atoyin Douglas, who is based in the UK as well. I have um, is a friend of mine coming from Canada. To have two people coming from Canada, Jennifer Lewin coming from Canada, and Pastor Petro coming. I featured him in one of the songs. He'll be coming from Nigeria. And Dr. Shola Folalade of Liberty Church. Also, at some point, he will be making declarations because he started worship, declarations, and encounter. So they'll be having some moments of declarations in between the worship sessions. They come in and just make declarations. They will go into worship, make some declarations going. It's going to be an intense night of worship. Trust me. Yeah. And of course, yours truly.
Awesome. I'm so excited about this event. I know that people are going to turn up, people are going to be blessed, and people are going to be able to receive on the night. And the people that you've got is some normal people that you've got coming down. And so where can people get the tickets for your event?
Okay, tickets are available at ticketmasters.com. Ticketmasters, go get it, go get it, go get it quickly. Ticketmasters, guys.
Awesome. And if you were to leave a word or a message for people to be encouraged, what would that be?
The word will be, never forget that you are the preferred one. That has been my word for a while. Why I always say that? Because many times the devil always tries to make you feel that you are not good enough. You are not qualified. You don't deserve to have this. Even when you know the plans God has told you. But the devil constantly tries to paint a picture for you. So whoever that is, I want you to know that you are the preferred one because he has loved you with an everlasting love. He calls you blessed. He says you are blessed. You are the beloved of the Father. So step out daily knowing that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. And you are more than a conqueror, regardless of that situation that you are going through. God bless you.
Bless you. Thank you once again for coming on Visions TV online. Guys,
thanks for having me.
It's absolutely honor and pleasure just to have you with us. And guys, you know, remind people when's the date of your event?
April 28th. It's a Sunday.
Sunday, April 28th. Make sure you go grab your tickets. It's very important because it's going to be such a blessing. It's going to be a transformation that's going to be happening on that night. And you definitely be able to receive and hear from what God is about to do on that night. So, Onos, thank you for coming on Visions TV online.
Thanks for having me.
You. Such an honor, and we look forward to having you back with us very soon.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you so much.